Once again, I salute all of you from wherever you are in the entire world. This is your information provider. And just before I continue with this particular podcast, I request all of you to subscribe to my all the social handles. I will really appreciate. My Facebook page is Dr. Paul Kebicho, PhD, QBE, HSC. Please subscribe. And my TikTok page is the same, Dr. Paul Kebicho, and my Facebook page. And today, again, I want us to look at something that disturbs me a lot. This is something that has really given me a headache all the time. It gives me headache all the time. And why does it give me headache? It is because I have been a financial consultant for the last 33 years. And what surprises me most of the times is why do people refuse to reason? Please join me. And if you can be able to drop me on my wall, I would appreciate. You know for sure what awaits you, and you do nothing about it. Are you okay? You know, sometimes I see as if let me be very honest. And sometimes people think that I'm proud. I'm not proud. I talk as it is. Now, I've left what we call the pulpit now, and I want to talk about serious things about investing. Because majority of you, I can tell you I am a researcher. You don't expect me to have done all those degrees, and all my degrees are local. For those who understand matters academic, all my degrees are local. I've done my degrees at Jomo Kenyatta University, Mount Kenya University, Kenya Methodist University, PCEA University. I've done, and of course, Kenya College of Insurance. All my degrees are local. So I personally have not gone outside Kenya to do my degree outside. All my 6 degrees are local. So if you want to appreciate, if you appreciate education and the way it is, if you go to what we call commission for university education, you'll see how much value they put to our education system. I'm not saying that those people who do their degrees abroad are not relevant. They are, but I'm saying I want to draw this attention to all of you that my degrees are local. First degree, bachelor's business and finance, master's business and finance, PhD business and finance, bachelor of laws, master of laws, blah, blah, blah. All of them are local. So, Mr. John Joroge, please note this. So when I talk to you, I'm a researcher. Mimi ni mtu wa kufanya utafiti, wale wanaelewa. So I have done enough research, and I'm going to share with you very sensitive information pertaining to why even you listening to me right now, you're not financially where you're supposed to be. Majority of us, we are struggling in life a lot. Many Kenyans are struggling in life. Some of us people, we can't even afford a 3 million a day. Some of us, our children are always at home. Others, they are nearing their retirement, and they have no idea what life holds for them in terms of finances. So investing in Life Ari is one of the most powerful decisions you can make for your financial future and personal growth. Note that statement before I start. So Karanja Nyinge, my brother at Equity Bank, Kiabu, and I would also recommend those people listening to me, if you have any bank transaction that you want to be handled in a very, very mature way, in a very intelligent manner, in a very professional manner, please go to Equity Bank Kiabu branch and find Mr. Karaja Nyinge there. He's my friend, and you are schoolmates with him. So one of the things that needs you to invest your money, and this is something that I know Brother Nyinge will actually be able to say, I'm speaking nothing but the truth, is that if you start saving your money, this is what we call the power of compound interest. The second miracle from converting water into wine is what we call the power of compound interest. I wish you understand what it is. Nisaidie nitapeana title wapi nipewe pesa. I'll be coming to that. So please, you can even, okay, I'll come to that later. So money grows exponentially over time. When you invest early, your earnings generate more earnings. Your earnings generate more earnings. The moment you wake up and appreciate that, Mr. Jackson Jogo. Mr. Jackson Jogo was my classmate also when we were doing master's degree. He has been working with Equity Bank for the longest, but change is as good as the rest. He's now the manager, Unitas Kagari branch. A very wonderful man. A man I respect. A man of respect. A man who is actually forthright. A man of integrity. A man of character. And a gentleman that I can count on anytime. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson Jogu, for coming on board. Thank you so much, Mr. Jogu. So I wish now, Mr. Jogu and Mr. Nyinge, Karaja Nyinge, they are financial people. They understand when I talk about compound interest. And I have told you that money grows exponentially over time. The problem with us people, even those who belong to what we call circles, is that you continually eat your dividends. Any dividend that you get, some of you have even eaten it in advance. You never become financially independent. That one you can take it to the bank at a significant level of 99.95%. Or what we refer to as I can tell you, if you do not allow your money to grow, the compound interest is a miracle on its own for those who appreciate. So why are you still working? You've been allowed working for 50 years. You have no house of your own. You have no rentals. You have no rad. You are still renting a house and you are not sick. Something must be wrong. Do not bring your excuses here on this platform. I can tell you excuses are the tools of the incompetent that build bridges that take you nowhere. And the easiest route in life is to give an excuse. Ask even an employee in Nairobi, why are you late? There was traffic. As if other days, roads have been cleared for him. Let us not listen to those particular excuses. I am telling you, compound interest is the way to go. When you invest early, your earnings generate more earnings. For example, investing at 25 instead of 35 can double or even triple your wealth. By retirement, even if you contribute the same amount, just know that is what we call compound interest in your money. Then we are looking at what, for those people who want to know what, we are looking at what we call where we need to invest our money early in life. Number 2, time to recover from losses. Markets have ups and downs. Let me tell you, we have what we call economic shocks. We even have what we call we have what we call the economic recession, where the economies are not growing globally. But one of the things that, if you are still young, if you start investing your money early, you have time to recover from losses. Markets have ups and downs. Starting young gives you time to ride out market volatility and recover from financial setbacks without panic. So start investing your money now if you need your tomorrow to be good. Number 3, building long-term wealth. If you want to become wealthy, Kenyans have not been able to differentiate between being wealthy and rich. I've taken a lot of time to explain to Kenyans what this one means, Bwana Nyingi. Being rich, if you're earning a salary of 1 million per month, like many do, you are rich. Our members of parliament are rich because they earn 800 and above. Our president is rich, but if we can use the quantums of his salary without digressing, he's rich. But the word rich means that you have that liquid cash within your access. But that does not mean that you are wealthy. There's a very strong difference between wealthy and rich. Rich means you have access to money, you have money in your pockets, but there are no assets attached to your richness. Wealthy means you have assets that generate income for you with effortlessly, you doing nothing. It might have taken you 10 years to build a rental house. Assuming that rental house will have an occupancy of 85%, you are still safe. What does that one mean? Because even if those people, 80% of them pay rent, you'll get your money effortlessly. If you invest your money in what we call, like what I do at Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, where I'm giving you a net return of 14% per annum. If you have 2 million shillings, you have your 280,000 shillings, which you can comfortably divide by 12 and get what we call a monthly salary on 25th of every month. That's what we call passive income. So passive income basically means you are doing nothing but money is coming your way. That's what rich men and women do. Look at Sir Richard Branson. Look at Warren Buffett. Look at Carlos Slims. Look at this man called Elon Musk. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Look at even our very own, Chris Kirubi, who passed on, may he rest in peace. Look at Jega Karume. These are people who built empires. They were wealthy. Wealthy means money works for you. You cannot work for money forever. You are not like a product. I have been telling people, when this Omo was becoming obsolete, the people in the research and design development, they came up with what we call Omo with the power form. It was given 10 more years of shelf life. Colgate, when it was facing extinction, they came up with what we call Colgate Humble, giving it more than 10 years of shelf life. When talk about FRA Packer Power Premium, they came up with what we call FRA Packer Power Premium, never say die, but shall not have Jackson Jogu Humble. So you need to ensure that you work to a certain age. Let then money work for you. I have been giving you a very simple mantra. Money has a very simple mantra. Save me today, I'll save you tomorrow. Majority of you are squandering your money on unnecessary things. Why? I start by asking people, why do you have 50 plots? These plots are not generating money for you. You cannot live on speculation. Speculation is not near cash. You need what we call money that comes your way when you need it. As you grow old, what you require is cash flow. Cash flow means you have access to your money. You can be able to get your money within the shortest period of time. You can have what we call the money market fund. You can have what we call the diversified portfolio account. You can have what we call those are the real things. Having 50 plots that will not help you. Hata kama inaitwa mafuta, you need to appreciate where you can put your money and have access to it. Because when you grow old, what you require is cash flow. When you start saving, investing your money early, you have what we call financial freedom and flexibility. The earlier you invest, the sooner you can achieve independence. Whether what that means retiring early, starting a business, traveling, or funding education without debt. That's what, if you are here and you're listening to me, and Kenyans are very fun, I repeat this without fear of any contradiction, and I have got no iota of doubt that majority of you Kenyans, you are not suffering financially because God has not endowed with your money. You have the money. The problem is that you have your priorities upside down. And again, you want to make yourself the know-it-all. You cannot go to a financial consultant. When we tell you to pay 5,000 shillings for consultation, you think we are actually exploiting you. You continually commit the same mistakes you have committed for 10, 15 years, and you are still financially struggling. And I thank God for Dede Nyoro. Dede Nyoro gave a very wonderful talk in Nyeri, Sitam. And I can tell you, I was resonating with him. Me, I'm one person who listens. The problem is what we call the problem. I'm not yet talk about Metropolitan Sacco. You can go to Sasla. Sorry to tell you, Mr. Morim John. So we are not talking about Metropolitan. If you have anything to ask for Metropolitan, you can go to the Kiabu office, Thika office, or Emuru, or go to Sasla. I don't work for Metropolitan Sacco. So please don't mix issues. You know, some people, Kenyans are very funny. And I have learned a lot about Kenyans, and that's why majority of them are still struggling. So you need to have, in order to have financial freedom and flexibility, you need to start investing now. It is never too late to start making your financial destiny divined. So then talk about developing financial discipline. Majority of us, we have got no financial discipline. I have been going loud. I have taken what we call the Eastern bypass. Like today, if you go to the Eastern bypass and yesterday, you find more than 1,000 cars parked. And sometimes those cars that you see parked there, they are on loans. Don't be lied to. Some people drive those expensive cars on loans. Whereas it is their money, we can tell you the end results. We people in the financial sector, we can tell you the old result. How it will turn out to be later. Because some of us people, we are living on borrowed times. We have no investment of any nature. We assume that salary gonna last forever. That's being, sorry to say, to be unkind, that is being very unwise. Let me become a little bit civilized because I'm a lawyer. So developing financial freedom, investing early teaches you patience. Most of us, we have no patience. We are not patient. You take an education policy for your child and you want it to mature when the child is in class 3. That's being stupid anyway. There's no other way to define you. Because you see, the chronological age of the child is going to follow the rules of natural justice. And therefore, when you are planning for your child's education, give it time to mature so that they can start paying school fees at the stipulated period of time. But some of us people, we have no patience. And no wonder why God said, subira yafuta heri. Most of us people, we are Mr. James Mutura, Daktari Mutura. Most of us, my fellow Daktari, most of us people, we are not patient. And majority of Kenyans are struggling financially today because they have no patience, they have no focus, they are ladderless, they cannot even consult a financial advisor because to them, they think they know everything. The genesis of failure starts when you think that you know everything. Even me, I go to class and I sit down and I pay to be taught and to be trained. And that's why I'm different from many people. So investing early teaches you patience, budgeting, and goal setting, which are a key habit of lifelong financial success. For me to be the person I am, it has not been a walk in the arboretum. It has not been a walk in the park. And you hear some people talking things that do not add up. You know, there's some people whose connectivity, their neurosactory system has nothing of value. They are volumes. People assume that we woke up one morning to be the people we are. Bwana Daktari James Mutula. So you need to appreciate that you need to start investing your money early. So early depends on where you are financially. First of all, undertake a very serious financial analysis. Where are you today and where do you want to be? Today I was looking at the age of Muda Wadi, the former vice president. He's 97 years, still walking straight like a gate like this. Because although he was favored by nature in terms of having been a vice president, he invested his money well. Look at Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Senior Counsel. At 72, he still looks young. Look at Laila Amoro Odinga. These are people who invested. Look at the rate Honorable Stanley Jido Kenneth Matiba. He had the Hillcrest Schools, Alliance Groups of Hotels. They invested. What do you have yourself? Nothing. Your account is always overdrawn. You have got what we call Furisa. You have what we call Tara. You have Blanche. You have all types of loans, not adding up to your life, but adding to misery, because people don't like listening. Then, when you start investing your money, you arrest inflation. There will be what we call inflation protection. Money loses value over time. Investments in assets like stocks or real estate grow faster than inflation, preserving and increasing your purchasing power. I wish you can be able to note that. But majority of us people, because, I have told you I have worked for 33 solid years as a financial consultant. I have met with men who pretend that they know, but they have nothing. If you do a very serious analysis of those characters, they may be exhibiting what we call affluent life. Lavish life. They spend extravagantly. But when you look at their financial foundation, there's nothing. You need to ensure that you take care of inflation by having investments on your side. Then something else we talk about, opportunity to take risks. When you invest your money early enough, young investors can afford to take calculated risks like stocks or entrepreneurship because they have time to recover, unlike someone close to retirement. If you have not saved money, if you have not invested money for retirement, whatever you will be given, bring it to Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. We are managing $1 billion shillings for people who career abroad. And in the year 2021, we gave a return of 12.5%. 2023, we gave a return of 13% net. For those who appreciate the word net, because I know some people don't even know the difference between net and gross and what have you. For those people who invested money with us in 2024, we gave them at a return of 13.5. 2025, which will pay in the month of January 2026, we are giving a return of 14% net. What does that one mean? And remember, we are cleared by Capital Markets Authority. They did a thorough research. They came to offices, and I can speak like this authoritatively. And because, remember, I'm not ignorant. I'm a lawyer, and I'm a lawyer. So one of the things I'm taking, opportunity to take risk, start investing your money now. If you're a 60 and you have not built a house to live in, don't build a house to live in. If you have got your 5 million shillings, bring it to us. We'll be giving you, if you multiply 14% by 5 million, that is 700,000 Kenya shillings every year. We divide by 12, you are assured of getting 55,000 shillings every month. You can rent a house of 30,000, you each 25. Because you start building a house, that man will get depleted without you completing the house, and the house in heaven will be completed much earlier than you had anticipated. Be wise. Be wise. So creating multiple income streams. Robert Kiyosaki says, the poorest of them all is the one who relies on one source of income. So if you are there and the only thing that you rely on is your salary, you are a perfect example of a financial failure. And I'll say that one without any doubt or fear of reprisals. Because majority salary means struggling in anguish, laboring, awaiting a retirement yield. There is nobody who can, let me tell you, you only use your payslip as a springing board to your financial independence. You can use your payslip to borrow money and use it wisely so that you can be able now to shorten the time. I've been talking to a friend of mine called Bishop Shomba, who happens to be the national marketing manager for Odin Sacco. And he says you can be able to shorten. If, for instance, today you were to buy a bus worth 15 million in the next 10 years, that to accumulate that 15 years, Jesus might even have come back. What you do, take that man, take your payslip if you have it, go and borrow money from a SACCO or from a bank for whichever it is that you want, then use that money to meet your goal so that you'll be able to cut the inflation. At the same time, you reduce the duration that you could have spent saving that money or investing that money. And remember, to succeed financially, we say you must operate on OPM, operating on other people's money. OPM theory, operating on other people's money. You'll never become wealthy by using your own money. Even if today you are saving 10,000 shillings per month, in a year is 120. In 10 years, 1.2 million shillings. What is that? Unless you are so weak in terms of figures and numbers. And some people are, majority are, for information. And I'm saying this out of experience, that most of us people don't like thinking. Thinking is only for the few. And that is why we come in and share with you this information so that you may see whether you may decide to change or you want to maintain the status quo and you remain poor and impoverished. Thank you very much, Dr. James Mutula. This is a practical lesson that all potential current investors should listen to over and over again. Thank you so much, brother Dr. I appreciate you. We have come very far from you, and I thank God for you. And I know you're still working with this circle called Steamer Circle with Dr. Hassan. So, and I treasure you, my brother. Thank you so much once again, Mr. Mutula. Akaraja Nyige, I thank God for you. Jackson Jogu, I have no words. I appreciate you people, and I know we are going to go far. Let me come to the other. So I was talking about creating multiple. Me, Kebicho, talking to you today. I work for Loyal Media Services. Tonight, from 10 p.m. to midnight, I'll be on Inoro FM talking about matters money. So I have a job. So from 10 p.m. to midnight, I'm on payroll of Loyal Media Services. Then I'm a lecturer at Catholic University and Tagasa University. I teach, and I teach masters and PhD students, and I get paid my salary, the third employer. I am the brand ambassador for All In Circle. I get paid, I'm on their payroll. I work for Britam. For those who don't know, I work for Britam. I am on payroll. I work for Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, where I'm the founder and managing director. I work for Panaloma Consulting Company Limited. I work for Genomics as their brand ambassador, among others. So who are you with your little education anyway? If Kebisho can do all those things and you expect us to be at the same level, unless you have a problem. So you need to create multiple sources of income. Robert Kios, and if you think I'm proud, that is Kebisho. And that I don't compete, I set standards. So you need to create multiple, and ask Mr. Nyinge, ask Mr. Jackson, I go to where they are and I do business with them. To become wealthy, you must develop good networks. Show me your character, show me your companions, and I can tell you your character. So those people that you see being very low in life, it's because their level of engagement is that low. Those people that you see up there, top, they associate themselves in men and greater minds. Remember about the simple minds, greater minds? Let me not take you there. It's up to you. Decide. Me, I'm here giving you the information, and I'll give you my number at the tail end. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. If you don't want it, it is your life anyway. It's not my life. It's your life. Me, I'm only sharing you this information. I'm actually putting sense and wisdom into you. So if you want to use it, use it. If you don't want, the choice is yours. Life is a matter of choices. And I thank God, those people who have taken time to listen to me, they can tell you, they can even light on my wall. I have transformed people's lives financially. So Robert Kiyosaki says the poorest of them all is the one who relies on one source of income. You have been relying on one source of income. I hear people giving all manner of excuses. One man said that a bad workman always quarrels with his tools. When you find yourself doing so badly financially, do not blame anyone. And today, I'll just give you a very simple mathematics. We'll agree today. We'll agree to disagree. Because all of you, let me tell you today without fear of contradiction. If you listen to me and you do exactly what I'll tell you, and remember, this is Professor talking, not just another mortal walking along the streets of Nairobi. No, this is somebody who has gone to school. I have seen books. I have done 3,844 exams, and I'm not here to scare you. Yes. So what is between my 2 ears is not porridge. It is not what we call honeycombs. It is brain. I'm now injecting wisdom to you so that your life can be different. Because most of us people, let's allow me with a lot of humility, with tremendous humility. Allow me to take this because I'm going to use a calculator just for a minute. How many of you can afford 200 shillings per day? How much money do you spend per day? We start from there, because if you want to succeed and make it financially, you need first of all to track your expenses, track your income, track your expenses. Don't wait for money to tell you where it went. You should be the one dictating where money should go. So all of you listening to me today, I'm going to use my brother Mutula. But Dr. Mutula, you can afford 200 shillings